Land, lockers, parades, Fast and Furious, and more on episode 297 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hey, what's up? This is Darren, a.k.a. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, a.k.a. Hobbs, the new glue of the Fast and Furious franchise. Joining me, we've got Lee Malaby, a.k.a. Vin Diesel, a.k.a. Old News, Dominic Toretto, still a buster.
What's up, yo?
We've got Tracy Malaby as Michelle Rodriguez, a.k.a. Letty. What up, Letty?
Yo.
And we got Chris Zavala, a.k.a. Ludacris, a.k.a. Tay Parker.
What's up?
And you know, here at the UUOP, we don't have friends, we have family.
Man for life.
That was brilliant.
I had a panic there. I've got to say, my yo came out a bit deeper than I expected.
Yo.
That was appropriate for Michelle Rodriguez.
That's okay then, okay.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Yeah, all right.
Good.
Yep. And as of recording, Fast and Furious is officially open, huh?
Yes.
Yes, it has.
People are experiencing the thrill ride of the summer.
Oh, we will get there.
We will. But first, let's continue on with that family tradition with those Producers Club birthdays.
What a segue.
We have 3 offerings this time around. So on April 29th, just getting in at the end of the month, we have God Piscalny. What?
Yeah,
I think that's how you pronounce his name.
I would say so.
Yes. So happy birthday, God.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And on May the 6th, we have Brittany Dwinell's birthday. Happy
Brittany.
birthday. Lovely Brittany.
Happy birthday, Brittany.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, fellow Kitchen Challenge fairly.
Yeah.
And Back to the Future fan.
I was going to say it's an elite club, but it's not actually.
There's about, in our little club, there's about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Failies.
He's not even trying.
Yeah.
Count as failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, on May the 7th, we have the lovely Chris Murray's birthday as well. So happy birthday,
Happy-
Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris.
So I hope you all have lovely days, and still nobody has sent us cake.
No.
Very disappointed.
Yeah. Or we would distribute it amongst everyone equally.
Yeah.
It might take a while to get to you, Producers Club pins and that kind of thing. So 2 months later, a lovely 1/4 of a piece of cake. All right. Well, let's go on and talk about some new land that was recently acquired by Universal to add to all the other additional land that they've already acquired. I think they've got a good chunk of Orlando going now.
I would say so.
Yeah, to add to the 2 parcels of land Universal purchased in 2015 and 2017, they have now purchased even more land in the area of Sand Lake Road and Universal Boulevard. The purchased land is made up of several parcels around the previous purchased land along Universal Boulevard, so this kind of just expands the existing land out a little bit and connects it to some essential roads too as well. The original 2015 land purchase also included some legal issues. The land was sold by Universal a while back, but a clause in the contract stated that the new owner couldn't build a theme park on the land. Now that Universal repurchased the land and bought it back, that clause still stood. So they kind of got themselves there in a bind. But they settled with themselves in court, I guess.
Take that.
No, I think it was against the
yeah.
guy who owned it because he wanted that clause to stay in place.
Exactly,
Right.
because he lost all that money by not opening his own theme park.
Yeah.
In the meantime, on those 12 tiny pieces of land, would have been a really awkward theme park built around a bomb site too. Well, that's all been settled in court. And Universal is free to do what they want, which is, at least, we expect it to be the creation of at least a 4th gate, if not a 4th and 5th gate, or 4th, 5th, and 6th gate, and a couple of resorts maybe.
Yeah, Darren, I know you
Cool.
did a map thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Showing how much land do they actually own down there now? It's a decent chunk.
A lot. The size of this land is basically double the size of the current Universal property.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
That's unbelievable.
It is when you look at how economical they've been with that space as it is now, what the hell they can fit on that is realistically at least 2 gates.
yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Plus potentially another water park, plus another 6 hotels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
mean-
And you don't have the same problem with, the high school being right next door and
That's a good point.
residences around there, because this area was cleared out because, as I said previously, this was a bomb testing site
Wow.
for Lockheed Martin back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's finally been ruled inert, and it's not radioactive. It's totally safe. So come on out to Universal. Gonna be great.
It's
The
Universal's
disaster ride.
post-apocalyptic world.
Hey, it's saving all the blacklight effects.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All the
Oh,
flowers keep dying.
that's where they need to bring need to build the new Springfield.
Yeah.
Because you'll have
right.
real blinkies in the river.
Yeah.
Darren, was any of this new land attached to like where Kid Zone is at?
No, actually, when I was first looking at it, I thought that there was a connection there between the two, but no, this is completely separate. This is like across the street and over by International Boulevard, so
Okay.
it's pretty far off.
Yeah.
I thought
it
maybe
still
they
is
would use some of that
connected
to like build Nintendo Land, but
yeah, well, it's still connected to Universal. I think what we're going to see from rumors I've heard anyways is maybe Pokemon going into the Universal Studios proper, and then the whole Nintendo Land going to the new park.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I've heard as recently, and Pokemon's a good franchise to get in there and get going as soon as
Absolutely.
possible.
Yeah.
What were you going to
Yeah.
say?
I was going to say, I mean, it could be that they don't have any plans for the land at the moment, but how often do parcels of land come up? So let's just buy it
Especially
because
close to it, yeah.
they've
but
got potential
Yeah.
to expand there. And if they don't, usually you sit on property for a few years and it increases in value. So,
I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that they have plans 10,
Oh,
20,
yeah.
30 years in the future.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. There also very recently a lot of job postings have come up about
Yes.
creative people that they need over at Universal. So, yeah.
Who knows? They even got some more lands that they're looking to buy, anyways, to make some kind of connection somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, basically, their route between the two is Universal Boulevard. It connects the two properties together, but there's a lot in between it and a lot of traffic, so they are going to have to come up with some other way to get people back and forth without having to worry about traffic there.
Unless they're allowed to put in a dedicated Universal bus lane between the two.
True.
Because if you think I can't believe I'm going to say this, the Endless Summer Resort slap bang in the middle of the two as well.
Yes.
It's true.
I have to call it by its real name. So it's perfect. People going from one to the other, those two off-site hotels are literally in the cross point going between the two resorts. So I think for me, the biggest thing isn't necessarily what they're going to put in there. It's what they're going to call it. How they're going to play that second, whatever they build down there, you would expect it's going to be a resort rather than just a theme park. What they'll actually call it.
Well, they'll probably just open the dictionary at two random spaces again and just put two words together.
Fearless Winter. There we go, that'll do. It's just interesting because they're obviously going to want to differentiate it from Universal Orlando Resort, but also tie it into that,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
be confusing between the two. It's going to be quite interesting, and I just hope, Darren, I know you kind of brought it up a couple of weeks ago, talking about the Endless Summer Resort with the Universal Escape thing. I just hope they've learned from that mistake.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see.
But yeah, it just makes it's exciting. It's, it means we've got another 5 or 10 years crap to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And if the rumors are true of what's going in there, with a Nintendo Land, Lost World, like a dedicated area with that.
Yep.
And possibly a resort attached, that would be pretty awesome. So,
Yeah, Lord of the Rings seems to be doing the rounds again.
Yeah, that's gained momentum again, hasn't it?
Yeah. It will be
I
very
wouldn't surprise
interesting.
if you saw like another shopping, like City Walk type
Yeah.
place.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
'cause it would make sense.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think they'd have to because otherwise they'd...
With all that land? Yeah, absolutely.
Because they'd want to keep people away from iDrive, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and how good they've been doing with the restaurants there. It'd be awesome to see what they can put up with a whole new City Walk to fill up. So,
Definitely.
very cool.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go on over to Chris to tell us about some portable locker patents that Universal put out.
Yeah, everybody's been asking. I'm here to tell you.
It's got the scoop.
Yeah. So one of the biggest challenges for many Universal Orlando visitors is tackling the lockers, especially inside the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, where we all know how awesome it is to go in and out of those lockers. Well, Universal has filed a patent for portable personal lockers. The patent is titled Loose Item Management System and Methods for Amusement Park Rides.
Can I just ask?
Remember?
Is that not just like a handbag?
Well, it does sound like it. Our pockets.
Yeah, a backpack.
Yes. Well, often guests like to take their mobile phones or cameras with them at all times, whether it to be to check the ride information or to use while waiting in line. However, at Universal Orlando, for example, guests are required to store bags and other belongings in lockers before certain rides to avoid losing them or injuring others. A recently filed patent named Loose Item Management System and Method for Amusement Park Rides looks to resolve that. Once a loose item is out of the rider's control during a ride, the loose item may be lost. It may be damaged, or it may cause damage to equipment, and so on. The patent states, one solution would be a, quote, portable locker equipped with a wireless lock. The pouch would include a zipper and a physical lock, or in one example, riders would be able to lock and unlock the pouch using a finger pad. Riders would then be able to attach pouches to the ride via a hooking mechanism and add them to the transport system. The system would transport pouches from a loading station to an unloading station for pickup at the end of the ride. Another solution is a wearable pouch that could be worn around the waist or chest. Ingenious.
Is that just not a fanny pack, as you guys call them?
It is now recognized that there is a need for an improved loose item store system that allows guests to have control of their loose items during the operations of amusement park ride, the patent states. Universal also notes in the patent that the lockers are expensive and take up valuable space within the amusement park. So
that is a
they
good
are
point,
reinventing
actually.
the bag.
Yeah. It's that weird transportation system one that they're going to put like a whole... It's effective. I've read some bits about and listened to the guys on Coaster Radio talked about, and effectively it would be another track that runs alongside whatever ride you're on, carrying your crap. And it's like... Does that
I
not
hope they have
seem
a good experience too? You know, like I
And it was called what?
what?
Loose Item Management System. So
For
limbs.
amusement? No, it was a whole...
It's loose item management system and methods for amusement park rides. So
limbs and muscles.
very easy acronym.
Yes.
I don't know why you're having trouble right now.
Because I'm like, my head's going off, so I'm like thinking loose limbs, and it's just like, this is just crazy.
Like, to put this into context, I remember the first twice we came out to Orlando, and riding most of the rides with our stuff. They used to have those little mesh, like netting bags inside the ride vehicles for Men in Black, and you could take your bag on with you. Now you can't take anything on them.
Yeah.
We've
E.T.
rode.
had the same.
We were the proper British tourists coming over back in 2004, 2005. We had fanny packs and we rode everything with them on. The Hulk, Dragon Challenge, there wasn't anything at that point that you couldn't wear one of those on. And I understand why they've changed it because of the injuries that happened on Dragon Challenge a few years back, but there's got to be another solution. Because even when you were reading that out, Chris, the thing that popped up to me was the fingerprint thing. And the ones on the lockers in the parks don't even work that well.
Yeah, those aren't good at all.
Yeah, you don't want a portable version of that. I don't think that's going to be a good one. I was just saying though, it'd be cool to theme them. You could have the Gringotts Bank themed bag, like a bank bag style one. You could have the Nike carrying case from Back to the Future 2.
Yeah,
I think that would be a pretty cool one. You know, have different styles in the park.
Yeah, they do need something desperately because, as I said there, the getting the lockers out of Gringotts or using the lockers in Gringotts and Forbidden Journey is a nightmare. It really is. Even when it's not busy. When it's busy, you're just taking your life into your own hands.
Yeah, It is nice knowing at Disney you can get on every ride with your bag.
Yeah.
I find it kind of weird that Universal's extra, picky about this because Darren just said, Disney, you can do that. I know we went to what is it, SeaWorld recently,
Mhm.
and we did like all the stuff there. And I mean, they don't really have any metal detectors, so they're not as strict over there.
No, I think from what I can remember, SeaWorld's more like the theme parks over here. There's like a cubby across the way, so you can get in, put your bag in there, ride, and then pick it up on your way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the rides at Busch Gardens, they even have like a little like rudimentary system where like if they've got 2 cars on the track, then you've got 2 cubby systems basically. And then you just like there's a covering base that they pull down and lock on the other one that's not in use currently. So basically it locks all your belongings. So the next people to get off the ride don't have access to them. They have access to their stuff, and it just goes back and forth. You can do it with up to 3 at a time, probably even more. You know, it's a little bit more rudimentary, but it seems more practical than doing all of this.
Absolutely.
Ride track along with the ride.
Yeah.
What's like in Alton Towers? What areas now? Galactica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically it's cubby holes, but it's got like chain link fence. They put it in the turn
Slide.
because the slide.
Same thing.
Yeah, it slides along, so it locks it in place, and because it's only 2 cars on the track, so it's 2-sided cubby holes. You load, put your stuff in the bags. It gets slid along because you're going to be the next one getting off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So when you get off, it's already there waiting for you, but nobody can get to it because
it's shut off.
Because the way it all works. And I think that's a better idea than. But well, can you imagine if something happens? Say it's a cable system. What happens if that cable breaks? What happens if that cable gets snagged up?
Your cell phone has a terrible ride.
Yeah. You know, these things aren't infallible. They need something simpler. Sometimes simple is the best.
Because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, people like to have the phones with them most of the time.
Yeah.
And if you're in, let's take the worst one for example, Rip Ride Rocket. All right, the idea is you're supposed to talk to the people around you, but not everyone. You can only do that for so long. And on a busy day, that ride could have like a 60 minute, 90 minute wait, and you just want to be able to pull your phone out of your pocket, and you can't because there's nothing else in that queue to amuse you. You're literally like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying, like I said, I understand why they've done it, but they need to come up with a better solution for it.
I mean, if we just look at the, what is the, not Escape from Gringotts, the other Harry Potter.
Forbidden Journey.
Forbidden Journey, yes. I always forget that one's name. That one has little pockets, or little like container right under your seat.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
Why
for
not
the
just do
longest
that?
time. Yeah.
I know.
Once I had my phone on me, I'm like, oh, what do I do with this? Like, oh, here, just put it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in there, roll the ride, grab it.
That's actually a really good idea. I wonder if they could build that into rides that basically have like a little compartment under the seat you sit. So when they build the ride vehicle for it, so before you sit down, you just lift it up, stick your stuff in, put it down, sit on it,
It's
away
secure.
you go. Because you sat on it, it's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This just seems to be they're trying to be innovative for being innovative sake.
But you can be, like I said there, because you could even potentially have a magnetic lock on it that once they switch the ride on and it goes, that magnetic lock kicks into place. That's way cheaper and for me a much better solution, but it's got to be built. This potentially can be built. It can be retrofitted, whereas that's got to be built while the ride vehicles are being built.
But your idea of like having a lifting seat that you sit on, that'll be one of the few times that being a heavier person would actually work in your favour because your stuff's definitely not going anywhere.
I think they just throw a million different ideas out all the time with patents, don't they? 90% of them don't come to fruition.
The thing is, though, if you've got an idea that nobody's put out there, you put a patent on it because that protects you and your idea. It might be a case that they're all just sitting there laughing, going, "Look at everybody going mad over this." Either loving or hating it, we're not even going to use it.
Well, again, to put it into context, you look at the patents we talked for water rides way, way back that we expected to be in Volcano Bay, the multi-directional wave pool, the glowing sand, the slides that would have potential that they could change direction halfway through. We expected them in Volcano Bay, nothing.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's ideas. They don't. If you have an idea and you don't want somebody else to be able to use it, patent it.
Yep.
And if they want to use it, it's going to cost them. So
anyway,
indeed. All right. Well, let's move on to some little things with Seth.
Hi everyone, Seth Kabursky back with another look at all the little things that are new around the Universal Orlando Resort. Obviously, the not-so-little thing is that Fast and the Furious Supercharged is finally in technical rehearsals, or soft openings, at Universal Studios Florida. I've gotten a chance to ride it a few times over a couple different days. Here are a couple hints. The single rider line was open today, and that cut the wait from a posted 45-minute standby to just over 20 minutes. However, it skips all of the pre-shows and queue and takes you straight to the loading dock. You do get to see a special display case of keys, including references to the Harry Potter series and Back to the Future, but you'll want to take at least one lap through the regular queue. And when you do finally get to that loading dock, if you've waited standby, stick to the left when the line splits after the second pre-show. That will get you in the first party bus, which I think has a better view of the finale tunnel. Elsewhere inside Universal Studios Florida, work is definitely continuing on the new Lagoon show, which does not yet have a premiere date. They've lowered the level of the water in the lagoon some, installed large platforms throughout the lagoon, and serious work is being done on the former Central Park area across from Kid Zone. And if you're a big fan of the Terminator 2 3D attraction with a little extra cash, the Williams of Hollywood prop shop now has a gun for $3,000. Be aware that this was one of the guns that was held by the animatronic T-70s, not at Universal Studios Florida, but actually in Universal Studios Hollywood. So it'll have a different design than the one you remember from here in Orlando. Few small updates over in Islands of Adventure. The merchandise cart near the Frog Choir stage in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade has been removed, and there are some construction walls up around where it was. I'm not sure if this cart is going to be removed entirely or if it's going to return. And at the island's trader shop at the front of the park, the Skull Island Reign of Kong merchandise display has been turned over to Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom. Finally, over to Universal's hotels. At the Hard Rock Hotel, they'll be holding another Velvet Sessions private concert, this time with Scott Stapp on April 26th. Tickets are available online for that. And when you're dining at the Lowe's hotels, keep an eye out for Flavor by Lowe's menu items, newly added using ingredients from local farms. That's all for this time. This is Seth Kuberski from Orlando Weekly, Attractions Magazine, touring plans, and the unofficial guides, keeping an eye out for all the little things around Universal Orlando Resort.
That's cool that you can use local produce, or produce, depending on where you're from. There's not a lot going on, really. Who the hell's Scott Stapp, by the way?
What? From Creed, the lead singer. Dude.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what he was called.
There you go.
There you go.
That's quite a cool one, actually, then.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's you got a 50-50 chance that he's like completely drunk and insane during a very small session in a very small room.
Have you guys ever done that before?
No,
actually.
When we stayed last time, when we came out for Horror Nights, I think Soul Asylum were playing the night that we stayed there. So we caught a little bit of it coming in from Horror Nights.
I would have liked to have seen that. It's like,
the thing is,
Soul Asylum.
You can watch it because it's not really sort of...
No, you could loiter just outside the perimeter.
Yeah, it's not... You kind of... Like, there's barriers, like a rope barrier keeping you out of where the thing's going on, but you could quite happily stand in the lobby and watch them.
There was also seated areas that were outside in the lobby, not in the VIP lounge.
But it was 1 o'clock in the morning and I was knackered, so... And it was very, 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 very loud.
Yes. It was.
Right. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go on to a SPEW we got here. And it's a short one here, and this is from Claire Ure.
I would have said Ewer myself.
Ewer, yeah.
Claire Ure. Absolutely loved meeting Beetlejuice, Warner Russell, and also Bill and Ted, Paul and Jason, last year at Halloween Horror Nights. Love trying to get pictures with the cast members, such a highlight of the holidays. All the team members deserve praise, as without them, the experience wouldn't be the same. From a UK fan.
She is a fan by the sounds of it. She didn't name and I know Paul and Jason and and Warner.
What's with the voice?
Because that's how you have to talk when you're British.
Oh, okay. But you should have told me a long time ago then.
But I like that SPEW. That She
Yes.
was like, yes, I want to call out this person and this person and this
Yeah.
person, but all the team members deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
But those ones in particular, spend a lot of time taking pictures with fans all the
Yeah.
time, on top of doing their performance. And, if you've seen them in the parks not doing those performances, but other stuff, they're always, really, really cool and friendly, with everybody. So
Absolutely.
never heard a bad thing about any of them.
Nope.
Excellent.
So very, very cool. Chris, you want to tell everybody how to send us their SPEW?
Yeah. So if you'd like to let us know about a team member who went out of their way to make your trip at Universal Orlando even better, send us an email to podcast@uuopodcast.com and titled it SPEW, which is the Society for the Promotion of Employee Well-Dones. And don't forget to let the guest services know as well.
Cool. Yes,
Definitely.
we've got another couple in this week, so
Excellent.
yes.
That's what
Very,
I like to
very
hear.
cool. All right. Well, let's hear from Mouse and Muggle really quick.
Summer is coming, which for me here in Rhode Island means the snow is melting, school is almost out, and it's time for me to beg my mom to take me to Volcano Bay at Universal Orlando Resort. 25 acres of water slides, wade pools, and lazy rivers. This is going to be so fun. I wonder if I can get my mom to do the Ko-Okiri body plunge with me. Probably not. She says those things give her giant wedgies, but don't tell her I told you that. So parents, take a word of advice from me. Don't make your kids beg, just book it. Even better, let Mouse and Muggle Travel Company do all the work for you. Their services are free, so just go to mouseandmuggle.com and fill out the no obligation quote request. I promise my mom and Michelle will take great care of you. I know because all of my vacations have been truly, simply magical. Oh, I hear my mom. Wish me luck. Mom!
All right, welcome back, and let's go over to Tracy to tell us about this awesome new Universal Studios Japan parade that I'm very jealous about.
Yes, I think we can all be. I think we can all be very envious of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't normally cover Japan, but I thought I had to put this in because it looks amazing.
Please send money so we can go. Oh, it sounds amazing. So yes, a couple of weeks ago, Universal Studios Japan showed an ad and concept art for their new nighttime parade, and it looks amazing.
It really does.
It's the kind of thing that actually turns you into a little 5-year-old at Christmas when you've seen all the ads on the telly. Now, the parade will feature floats from Harry Potter, Transformers, Jurassic World, and Minions. So,
Andy's like, I need to go to Japan. Sorry,
absolutely.
Andy.
He's booking his ticket as we speak.
But he'd be torn though, won't he? Because it's like Jurassic World, Minions.
Yeah, but the dinosaurs might eat the Minions,
Oh,
you know. So,
Oh,
you know,
there you go.
there's always hope, Andy. Now, it will also feature state-of-the-art projection mapping, which the technique is Parade X projection mapping, which means nothing to me.
oh, me.
So, but now you know. Now, this projection mapping technique is described as watch as buildings along the parade route change one after another using projection mapping, matching the dynamic movements of the floats. Synchronized to the changes are music and lights meticulously matched using newly developed show orchestration technology developed by Universal Studios Japan. Experience the extreme realism and be taken to the heart of the story. And after what we have seen, it's
Did you guys watch the video on the
Stunning.
website of the parade?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Japan one?
Yes.
No, not yet.
need
Oh,
to. Oh
Chris,
wow!
it looks unbelievable.
Oh, I have to check it out. Just what projection mapping on the wall while these things are going by just
Yeah.
sounds so cool.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing.
Indeed.
It's yeah.
Is that the first time anybody's done that?
Didn't Disney do it with Paint the Night at Disneyland, I think?
No, surely not.
Yeah, I think so. I think Paint the Night at Disneyland was one of the first ones to do it down Main Street.
I've never seen it. I've never
Okay.
seen a video, so it doesn't exist.
Yep.
You heard it here, guys.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know that. And right now, Universal is looking for somebody with expertise in projection mapping and a
Yes.
couple of other technical things. So maybe we'll see something like this come over here.
Well, that was the next question. When will we see this parade in Orlando?
And they need to. The interesting thing is where they'd put it, because it needs to be quite... Like, I think it would work down Hollywood. but they haven't really got like a main street like Japan has.
Mm-hmm.
That's your only issue. You could do it in New York, I suppose. You could do it in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think those are your two main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you need
Yeah.
it to be like a corridor with high buildings.
Yeah, it wouldn't work in islands at all.
No.
Yeah.
Or put it out on a city walk.
They're not going to do that. They
Yeah.
want people to buy tickets to go in the parks.
Charge for
Maybe
tickets.
a new resort that is yet to open.
Charge them at the
Yes.
front of City Walk.
That is also a very
Yeah.
good point, Darren. You're right. We're looking now instead of the future. You're right.
Yeah,
It's
this is-
probably more likely to be that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just
Gotta
weird.
say, Back to the Future float would be really cool.
It's weird how Japan seems to get all the decent stuff. Like you look, they've got the Halloween stuff in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. They've got arguably the best Hogsmeade, with the Black Lake and stuff. It's weird how everything seems to get the go ahead there first.
Maybe J.K. Rowling doesn't know about Japan.
Maybe.
Is there a wizarding school in Japan?
The invisible cloak is over the entire park.
Maybe.
Oh.
They've made it unplottable against J.K. Rowling.
Oh.
But it does look stunning.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really
Looks
does.
really cool. Yep.
Yeah.
I really wish that was coming here instead of what recently opened. Let's talk about Fast and Furious.
Oh, man.
We're going to start with
Breaking news. Breaking news today, Monday. Universal Orlando sprung a little surprise on us by officially announcing the Fast and Furious Supercharged was open.
Woo!
Wow.
The new attraction at Universal Studios Florida opened for team member previews on April 11th and a full technical rehearsal on April 14th. Even though the ride officially opened today, the media and VIP party premiere event is set for the evening of May 2nd. Our YouTuber vlogger, Kenneth, has ridden it a number of times, so it's over to him for his review.
Get ready for this. If anyone remembers Kenneth's review of Kong when it first opened,
Hello, UUOP. This is Kenneth from the UUOP vlog, your YouTube videographer here. And I'm here because I've gotten to ride Fast and Furious Supercharged a few times now. It's just started soft openings yesterday as of this recording. And so, yeah, here to share my thoughts. I'm trying to pick words that will not come across as too harsh or too mean. I'm looking at this from the perspective of if I were a fan of the Fast and Furious film franchise and someone asked me, what would you design? What would be your dream ride based on this series? I think 0 out of 100 people would say that you should make a ride where you sit on a bus and you watch a motion simulator on both sides of that bus. That, to me, is the least Fast and Furious thing that you could do, and I don't understand. Well, okay, I do understand. I understand that this was taken from the backlot tour at Universal Studios Hollywood, much like King Kong. They have Kong 360 3D over there as part of their backlot tour, and so just like that, they took Fast and Furious Supercharged and they brought that over to this East Coast, gave it its own building, its own queue, made it its own attraction. The problem here is that Kong 360 3D has no story. So Universal Creative was able to bring that to Orlando and make up a new story that uses that original section as its climax. Fast and Furious Supercharged in Hollywood does have a story that is established throughout the entire backlot tour, from what I understand. And then it has a little pre-show section before you get into the 360 wraparound. So there is a story, there are definite characters, there is a definite story that's being told. So when you bring that over to Orlando, you have to bring that story with it. And they can't really add much to the ride to make it more fleshed out. So they pretty much didn't. They didn't really add much at all.
Okay.
All of that exposition is done really quickly at the very beginning. They do some of it in the line, but essentially you wait in a queue, which is pretty cool and has a lot of Easter eggs to not only all of the attractions that used to be in the space that Fast and Furious occupies now, but also Back to the Future, and I think there's an Arthur Weasley reference in there. So like they put a lot of Easter eggs in there, and that's a lot of fun. The queue is well themed. I'm not a fan of the franchise. I didn't see much to be excited about, but it is well done. So you're in the queue, and you go through a few pre-shows with live team members, interacting with the characters from the movies via video conference calls. So you're getting 2 rooms of setup and exposition in your pre-shows, and then you get on the ride, and you basically have 2 more pre-shows because they bring what was on the original tram tour, and they bring that here. So on the tram tour, you don't have a pre-show in the line. It's all done on the tram. So you still have those pre-shows. So the ride is essentially 2 pre-show exposition scenes and then an action-packed chase through the streets of San Francisco in the case of Orlando. And then it's over. And there's no post-action scene like Kong has with the animatronic, or like most rides have, where after the action is over, you have a little wind down. You have Bill Weasley saying, well, hope you still want to open an account. You have that scene. You have the Minions... you have the anniversary party that Gru was throwing for the girls. It doesn't just end at the end of the biggest action. There's a little bit of like, all right, well, whew, that's over. This ride doesn't have that at all. It just ends. It's just over, and everyone in the vehicle says, what? That was it? They did nothing to add to this experience the way that Kong did, because they didn't have the freedom. The story was built in, and they can't add to it without having to do a lot of extra work. So then there's 2 choices. There's bring that exact experience to Orlando as is, or design a new ride from scratch. Bring Fast and Furious, the biggest moneymaker Universal has in terms of film, and give people an attraction that is worthy of the Fast and Furious name, that actually goes fast, that is legitimately thrilling. The things that all of those movies are, this ride tries to make you feel, and to me falls completely flat. They didn't add enough. I'm very curious to know what a typical park guest that doesn't have a lifetime of experience with Universal's attractions and seeing new ones open and seeing that history and context. I'm curious to know what a typical guest who's coming to the Universal for the first time, what they might think of this ride compared to others. I think that this is not up to the standards that we know Universal Creative can work at after Forbidden Journey, after Gringotts, but we know they can do better, and on this one they've chosen not to, and it's a shame, but hopefully, guest feedback reflects that people want to see something different. And, Super Nintendo and the new Harry Potter roller coaster will give us something new and not just a screen with something new on it. So that's my 2 cents. You can see my vlog on the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast YouTube channel. I checked out the ride with Shelby Denham. I'm looking forward to the next thing Universal opens, hoping that they do a little better. Have pride in your work, guys. Come on. Give us something great. We want to love it. We want to. Please. All right. See ya.
It just sounds overwhelming. I mean, no, wait. Underwhelming. That's the one.
I don't think anyone expected anything less. Oh, man.
I was really hoping.
I know.
Oh, go ahead.
We'll prove
go on,
wrong.
John.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was really hoping that they would have that exact same Kong animatronic, but just have it be Vin Diesel. Just like we're going to stand at the end there. Just do the exact same thing. Just do the... Just kind of like...
There was like the same size as Kong?
Yeah, exactly. The exact same size.
There was a post, I think it was either today or yesterday, in the annual pass holder group, that someone was complaining that everyone, like, it was basically saying, is anyone being positive about Fast and Furious, because I'm just sick of seeing negative comments? And everyone was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, people are giving...
I think they were getting mad at everybody else that said bad things about the ride, saying stop complaining.
It's just...
So what I took from that then is it's not fast and people are furious.
Hey!
Yeah. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
I mean, we watched a YouTube video of it, and I thought it actually looked all right, to be honest.
It's that terrible animation CGI garbage that they use. It's the same one that's on the Hogwarts Express. Like it doesn't look realistic.
Yeah.
I think it looks really bad personally.
I did like that first, I think it's the second little pre-show bit when you stop and the truck comes up with the Musion
Yes, that was good.
figures on. I thought that actually looked really, really good. I think that Musion technology is still really, it's one of those they use and they still seem to use it really well. And I do like that they've kept like the live team members in the queue, but I have heard people say that it feels like those team members are in there just because they've got nothing else to fill it with.
Yeah.
So I see
I was gonna
both
say,
sides.
Look, when we've looked at the queue line footage, if those team members weren't there, that's going to get old pretty quick
Yeah.
because there's not that much to look at. And on a slow day, which probably won't be, but on a slow day, yeah.
Just kind of sucks because, I mean, based off the feedback we're hearing, I mean, sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
But they spent so much time theming it out,
Yeah.
like amazingly. It looks amazing, but then you get to the ride and it's just, I don't know.
And that's why I think they had to spend that much time on the theming because there wasn't a lot else to it.
I wonder how they feel hearing this feedback. They must be pretty bummed themselves.
It's difficult, like Kenneth said. They were kind of hamstrung. I mean, we haven't ridden Kong. We've watched the YouTube video of it. And
I'm looking forward to it.
The tunnel itself's pretty much the same as what's out in Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
But they basically created a story around it. So the whole beginning section of it still ties in with that finale, like the 360 tunnel, and allowed them to expand on that. Whereas this seems like the section they've had to work with, that 360 tunnel, there was no way they could have expanded that like they did with Kong.
I mean, they could have like, as you left the tunnel, they could have had like a projection of Paul Walker's car on the side, and you could have like looked to the side at him.
Yeah,
you know, like
cool.
Like in a movie, and just have him like flash out. That'd be nice.
Just
Something at the end, anything.
Yeah. I mean, that just seems like
Put a
such a
DeLorean
big...
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just turn it into like, just kidding, it's Ready Player One. Boom.
Yeah.
Just go on to
Yeah.
that race
man.
scene instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems weird that it just stops. There is no wind down.
Yeah, every ride has to have an end, and it sounds like it doesn't have one.
No.
Maybe they just thought people wouldn't notice.
I've seen a lot of people complain. It's like, yeah, it's not great, but it's another ride. It's something new, but it took away 2 attractions to make it.
Yeah, for something that's meh. Yeah,
And
take
2
away-
people eaters as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're voicing their opinion, because if we didn't say anything, we didn't give feedback to Universal, they would just say, okay, people are okay with it and keep on doing that. So,
The problem is, how many of these people are just ranting in the Facebook group or to each other in forums and stuff? That's not going to do anything, because Universal will read it they'll have somebody reading those groups and just go, whatever. You know, as Seth always says, if you've got a complaint that you want to make about something, go to guest services, because that's the only way anything will get done.
Yeah.
But I mean, what they're going to do, they're not going to do anything with it now. They're not going to go, oh, you're right, sorry, it's crap, we'll take it down and build something else for you.
Yeah. And the majority of people that go through there are just going to be saying, hey, cool, Fast and Furious people. All right. And think they got what they got out of it.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine. So that's just kind of the way it goes there with those.
And it's like you said, there's no disappointment because it's what everyone expected.
Yeah.
Chris, am I right in assuming, I think your good lady posted this, that you potentially will be riding it this weekend?
Possibly, yeah. If we're there, yes, we will be riding that, which we are going so far.
Now, please try and contain your excitement.
My expectations are so high right now. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I'll need to record a review immediately afterwards.
Yes.
Capture all of your excitement. We don't want you to lose a moment of that.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I wore my Toretto shirt.
Yes.
It's just, I mean,
It's
it was the
disappointing.
same
They
with
could do
Fallon.
better.
Everyone expected it to be crap, but you go in with that. I mean, again, we haven't ridden it, but just from people we've spoken to's reviews and stuff of it, it's not great. The queue itself's good, and then the ride's crap. I mean, the fact that they came out with a ticket that allows you to bypass the ride and just do the queue speaks volumes.
No.
It's worrying
They
me that
really-
this is a trend, though, that the last
Yeah.
few things have been misses.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The
Yeah.
last really innovative ride that they created there was Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And that was, 18 years ago this year?
That was 18 years ago.
Yeah,
Forbidden
2000.
Journey's 18 years old.
Sorry, 8
Wait,
I was
years
going to
old.
say,
Oh,
God's
sorry.
sake, man, do your maths.
8 years. What I'm hoping is they pledged a few years ago, didn't they, to spend whatever it was, was it 500 million every year and put an e-ticket attraction in every year. You could argue, I suppose, that they haven't put an e-ticket in, but what I'd like to think is that the cheaping out they've done by bringing, so the R&D for both of these rides, Kong and Fast and Furious, has already been done.
Mm-hmm.
So the only money that they're really pumping into it is to build the actual ride.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping is that they're skimping a little bit on the money for attractions like Fallon and Kong and Fast and Furious, because they're going to eke a little bit out of that to pump into what's coming next. From what we're hearing, the Potter coaster that's replacing Dragon Challenge sounds like it's going to be unreal. And then beyond that, we haven't actually had anything announced of what's coming beyond that. Whatever's replacing T2.
Which, that's all up in the air.
Still Born seems to be the big one. And then obviously whatever Nintendo's going to be. So that's what I'm hoping, that they've cheaped out a little bit on these because they want to pump more money into what's coming in the future.
Hopefully.
Also, to that extent, I hope they're not just pumping money only into the Harry Potter rides, right? Because, I mean, the next one up is the Harry Potter coaster.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, because not everybody's
I'd
a
love
Harry
to
Potter
see some
fan.
really cool other rides as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I think we've had conversations on the show a lot over the last 7 years about how Potter heavy the parks are, and I'm that doesn't bother me in the slightest. As a Harry Potter fan, you can put as much of it as you want.
Yeah,
but if you're not, then I could understand how it could be off-putting for people.
Yeah. Can only take so much.
Yep.
Need something new.
Yeah.
And that is concentrating to like really big rides in one small area of the park. You know, people are going to be running back there anyways because they do when it opens to go to Forbidden Journey, and now you're going to put another like the second biggest attraction in that park now.
Yeah,
is going to be sitting right next to it, so kind of makes the park very lopsided, I'd say.
Yeah,
it's weird I've thought about this a lot over the last couple of weeks. As a massive fan of Universal Orlando, when I step back and kind of take my Universal fanboy glasses off and look at the bigger picture, I find it hard to defend the moves they've made in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
it's difficult. You know, I'm immersed in it because we do the podcast and I'm constantly talking about it, and I still love the resort. But then, like I tell you, when you take a step back and look at it as a normal person who's visiting those parks, it's difficult. Like you just said, the last really innovative ride they did was Forbidden Journey.
Yep.
They've done nothing since Gringotts. I like Gringotts, but it's not that next level which you would have expected.
Right. Yeah, definitely not. Fallon definitely isn't.
yeah.
And it sounds like this definitely is not as well. Kong, unfortunately, is not either because it is a 360 tunnel for the most part.
Yeah.
It's got some cool stuff around it, but you know that is the main part of the ride is that 360 tunnel that frequently has parts that don't work on there. So
really,
well, yeah, if you get on there, there's a lot of times where the moving platform doesn't work, or there's just other little bits and bobs, or it doesn't go outside because of the weather.
Yeah,
that's
or
the weather.
Turns off while you're on it.
Yeah, or that.
I think the thing that the Islands of Adventure gets away with, it's not as screen heavy as the studios is.
Yeah, it's got some outside, it's got some water attractions, that kind of thing.
You've got Hulk, Doctor Doom, Storm Force, Jurassic Park. You've got a lot of other attractions where if you're in the studios, it's getting to the point where, like actually think about it. How many non-screen-based major attractions are there in that park now?
Yeah, I'm okay with them not being outside attractions because I do feel like with the studios, it feels like each ride should have a soundstage and you're going into, a production.
Yes.
To me, and that's like why the Mummy works so well there is because, you're walking to that facade, you're walking into the production of the movie, and seeing all that, behind the scenes stuff, and then going into the actual, it's like transforming into the Mummy as you go along. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the same with
I
Men in
like
Black.
that. Yeah. And that saves you from having to do like insane, crazy theming on the outside. You can do your sound stage and do a simple theming out there, and then do the real theming on the inside, which is cool. And I like having that studio feel there still. I like to keep that way.
Okay, that makes sense. But it's just that most of the rides are screen based. What have you got? Minions,
that's true.
Shrek, Transformers, Simpsons, Fast and Furious.
Gringotts to a degree.
Yeah, Gringotts. There's not really a lot in there.
Hogwarts Express. I mean, I know you are physically moving, and it's just to
You've got
entertain you while you
Rip
move.
Ride Rocket, Mummy, Men in Black, and then Kid Zone and E.T., I suppose.
Technically, the Mummy does have a screen.
Yeah, but it's not. I
know, I'm
class it
pulling
as a
your leg.
screen-based attraction, and it's sad that it's becoming that way.
It is. Do you know what? They took out the best screen-based attraction.
Back to the Future. Yeah, totally.
Terminator 2. That
That's
is
true.
the best screen ever.
That is true. Literally it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll save that for next week.
Okay.
All right. Well, then don't go to Fast and Furious or go to Fast and Furious. I don't know. If you go, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would always say to anybody, go and try it. Don't take anybody else's word for it, because because someone else doesn't like it doesn't mean you won't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, if
That's
you've never
why
been
we
on an
have
attraction
flavors.
like that, you might really like it.
Exactly.
Unless we tell you, then you won't like it.
Yeah.
Quite true, Chris.
I think if you want to go and enjoy it, do it first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if you've had a day in the studios and you literally go through the park in order. By the time you hit that, you're just gonna be like, I'm done.
Probably do Fallon first. I still think that one might be a little more underwhelming than this one even.
Yeah, this is what we need to do. We need to come up with a touring plan of the rides, not necessarily what times, but in what order to do the rides, so that
you finish on a high.
Yeah, so that you ride the worst one first, so then each one gets progressively better.
Well, this is it. If you go with your expectations of this might not be any good, it can only be better.
Yeah.
Or as expected, it can never be worse.
That's very true.
Lee complains and says I'm a very pessimistic and negative person. Actually, I'm not. I'm always looking for that silver lining by expecting everything to be crap.
Yeah.
So there.
There you go. Yeah. All right, Tracy, I hear you have something more to tell us about the Voodoo Donut Challenge.
Yes. Which voodoo do you do? I love that.
We haven't got any yet.
Well, I keep volunteering, but nobody keeps giving me any money.
Yeah.
So, yes, if you are heading out to Universal Orlando soon, please don't forget to stop by Voodoo Donut. Test a few out. One of each if you really want to. We're not paying, by the way. And then record us a message letting us know which one is your favourite, because we've got this new debate going on. So, what we need you to do is record an MP3 on your phone, email it to us at podcast@UUOPodcast.com. I was going to say, should that be .com on the end? Because must fire the secretary. And we are really looking forward to tallying them up at the end of the year. And then we'll have an official favourite voodoo donut of the UUOP listeners. And I reckon what we need to do then is have a group meeting where everybody has the same donut and a big group photo with everybody with the donut
That
in the
would
air.
be awesome, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I know Alicia's posted a picture of her favourite in the Producers Club. Alicia, I need a recording of that, please.
Which was that?
I'm not going to say because we need to.
I did see somebody had put one, and I was kind of going, I think you may be right.
It does look like a nice one.
It does. There's two that I'm really wanting. So that's one for each hand. Mm-hmm. Before we finish, though, there was something I meant to say at the top of the show.
Okay.
Now, I've been very remiss and not been on Twitter for quite some time
Because you couldn't get logged in.
because I couldn't remember my email address.
I know what you're going to say
I
here.
couldn't remember my password. See, I can't even remember words. Funny thing is, while we're recording, I've just had a little look on my laptop and I'm still logged in.
Oh, God.
So all the time, because I use my phone for everything, all the time I've been trying to get on my phone, getting frustrated. I could have just got on the laptop. So yes, we had a tweet, and I haven't actually responded yet because, as I say, I've only just found out I could have been on all this time.
I responded to her.
Kirsten at future Mrs. Yosick. I think we might be besties. We got a lovely tweet. I highly recommend listening to at UUO Podcast, which is the show
They
Twitter
know.
account. If you love at Universal All and miss it when you're away. Plus Tracy is hilarious and my favourite,
God.
so you could just listen for her. I agree. I like Tracy too.
Can't argue with that one.
So I just wanted to say thank you for that, because obviously I haven't responded. I didn't want to.
I have. I said, don't tell her that, or it'll get
I
big.
know. I saw that. I saw that. You know that. Yeah, that's where that bruise came from in your sleep. I didn't want you to think I hadn't seen it, and I hadn't because I haven't responded, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you.
Indeed.
Yes.
Tell your friends.
Yes.
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 Yes. Tell your friends that I'm the funny one.
Ugh.
That's it.
And with that is going to do it for episode 5 million of the unofficial the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. And I'll have the tuna, no crust.
Cut, print. That's a wrap for another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.